If you knew that there was a way that you could increase your sales on Etsy, but it was a really boring way, would you still do it? Mailing lists. Stay, sit down, stay, don't touch that button. Okay, fair enough. Mailing lists may not be such a big deal for all businesses. However, there are some really strong arguments to having a mailing list, no matter how big or small. Okay, the most obvious one that springs to mind, and that is if you are a shop that deals with collection launches or product drops, or if you have any kind of one-of-a-kind element to your shop and what you do, a mailing list is a must. The second reason is that it encourages repeat customers and helps you build up a loyal following of people who are genuinely interested in you and your work. The third one is that the people in your mailing list, they're already interested in you, as I've just said, and so they're more likely to convert into buyers. And therefore, usually your conversion rate of sales within your mailing list, if you're setting it up right, is higher than on Etsy. The fourth reason is that it is probably one of the best ways to get your products under people's noses. If you send them an email and it lands in their inbox, it's going to sit there until they look at it. And that could be the same day, it could be days later, it doesn't matter. It's basically whenever they want to get to it. But it's sat there waiting for them. Whereas you put something on social media, let's just say Instagram, it moves so fast that a post that you posted yesterday is pretty much disposable. It's very, very difficult to grab people's attention in the same way on social media because it moves so fast. Etsy ads, yep, you can get under people's noses, but they cost you. And reason number 5, and I know that you've heard this before, but I'm going to say it again because it is so true. It's as close to being your space as you can possibly get on the internet. So it is one of the best tools that we have at our disposal to grow our business. If you're not hating this video, a thumbs up would be really nice because it does help get it out to other people. And let's face it, with a topic like this, I'll need all the help I can get. But let's crack on. One of the reasons why I think people are a little bit reluctant to create a mailing list is because they don't know what they can do with it and what they can't. So basically with Etsy, if you have any communications with the buyer, it has to be about an open order. You cannot send emails to people directly using their email address. Remember, it all comes down to consent. Do you have their consent to email them? If the answer is yes, can you prove it? So let's start with what you can't do. On Etsy, any communications you have with the buyer has to be around an Etsy order, an open Etsy order. You cannot go in time to past orders and go, hey, remember me? Come join my mailing list. Don't do that. Also, you cannot take their emails, stick them in your list. If we need to contact them, we contact them on Etsy. Now, I'm sure there are people who are going to disagree with me on that, but this is my point. Here in the UK, the EU, we have GDPR laws. You cannot send anybody an email without their consent. It simply comes down to that. Do you have someone's consent to send them an email directly to their email address? Now, here's the good thing. There are email service providers. I use MailChimp, but there are others like ConvertKit and MailerLite, and that's all I can think of right now. But they basically allow you to create a sign-up form nice and easily, and then you can just share the URL, and then you can invite people to sign up. It's really nice and easy, and if they do sign up that way, you have proof that they have given you consent to email them. That's pretty blimmin' straightforward. I do realise that different countries have different laws. Here's how I approach that. I basically assume that regardless of what country you're in, regardless of where you are in the world, I just imagine that everybody has the strictest laws available and that I need someone's consent to email them, and I need to be able to prove that should I need to. And I do that with a sign-up form. If you are just approaching it from that mindset that you need somebody's consent to email them and you need to be able to prove it, it's going to be very hard for you to go wrong. Let's cover what you can do. Assuming that you have set up an account with an email service provider of your choice and you have created a sign-up form and you now have your sign-up form URL. This creaky chair is driving me nuts. Where was I? Okay, what can you do? Right, well, this is brilliant. You can put it in, I had to write it down, 6 places on Etsy, or link to Etsy. Here we go. Right. So you can take your URL link and you can put it in the announcement of your shop so that people can copy and paste it into their browser search bar. You could put it in a photograph. I still haven't got that on a t-shirt. I digress. Your item descriptions. So you've got your announcement, your item photographs, your item descriptions, a thank you message, the automated thank you message that Etsy send out to your customers once they've made a purchase. You can thank them for their purchase and invite them to sign up to your mailing list. The about page, you could put it again as a copy and paste link in the about page. And the other one was, oh yes, the handwritten note or postcard or business card or anything in your parcels, in your packages, you can put it there too. 6 places. If you put your URL link in your Etsy shop and people still don't sign up, they were never going to stick around in your email list if you were to just grab their emails and whap them in, which again, you're not allowed to do. And again, before anybody jumps into the comments and goes, I think you'll find that you can do that in some places. I'm in the UK, babes, and I don't play that way. So go on, bugger ye off. Can I say that on YouTube? We're going to give it a go. Now, as for setting up a mailing list, I'm not going to take you into the how in this video. Go to the websites. They are so easy. The other thing that tends to put people off starting a mailing list is what on earth to offer. Now this, I think, is a very valid question. I don't know if my phone is picking up the sound of the jets in the background. They are doing the rounds today. So my point is, what do you offer? Whatever you want to. You don't need to have a funnel or an automated thing. In fact, I actually do not like, really do not like when I sign up to someone's mailing list and it is very obvious that I am in a funnel or that I am now in an automated sequence and I get an email every day, every few days. It's like, good God, stop. And the amount of email lists that I will then very quickly opt out of. Because here's the thing, consumers, buyers, people, we are more savvy now to being marketed and sold to than ever before. I hate the word authentic, but people just want to make connections. They want to feel like they are making an authentic connection with someone. Now that being said, if that's your whole shebang and you like that, then fill your boots with that. It's a saying, we're just going to go with it. Just know that there are no hard and fast rules. You don't have to do anything a certain way. You have to think about what you want and what you want for your business. And this is my bonus tip. Don't get bogged down with vanity metrics. The trouble with social media and YouTube and all the rest of it is that over the years we have been trained to care about subscribers, followers, likes, just numbers. And we are slowly but surely turning people into numbers, and it's really dehumanizing, and sometimes I think we forget that human aspect to what we do. No one sees your numbers. There is no room for vanity metrics and ego here. This is about building something solid. You can go in as hard or as softly as you want to. All right, I'll let you go. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next week. Ta-ra.